What is going on, everybody? This is Mike from the Last Corvette. Popeye King, this one is for you. As promised, I'm going to make a quick video trying to troubleshoot over the interwebs, over the YouTube. But before I begin, I want to say thank you to everybody that's subscribing to my channel, everyone that's leaving comments. That's what it's all about. Good or bad, it doesn't matter to me. It's all about the knowledge and the wealth and putting it out there on the interwebs for the next person, okay? I use it. Everybody uses it. It's an amazing, great tool to connect with other people with similar problems. So Popeye, here's the deal. You left a comment. Obviously, your comment was more of a question. You just replaced your fuel pump. Now, if I look and if I'm reading it right, you just replaced the fuel pump itself that lives inside the bucket or the fuel pump assembly. Now, first thing that I'll say before I kind of dig into the troubleshooting process, it's not the right way to approach this repair on the C6. You want to go and buy a whole assembly with the fuel pump, with the new bucket, even with the new float switch, and do it once. Do it one time, obviously buying a new O-ring to reseal your fuel pump to the tank. That's just my take on it. There's a million ways to skin a cat. I know that. So, first question is this. Why did you replace just the fuel pump? Did you have the same condition? Okay, to begin with. Obviously, it wasn't a leak, because if you had a leak, you would be replacing the whole fuel pump assembly, the whole bucket, the whole sending unit. Now, did you do any type of troubleshooting prior, like checking the fuse, making sure you're getting power, your relay, all the good stuff, checking the fuel pressure rail for fuel, you know, little things. Now, let's just assume that you are getting power to your fuel pump module, to your fuel pump. Now, the quickest way to check that is you have to remove the driver's side rear tire, as you know, inner wheel liner, and right in here, right in this area, okay, hopefully you guys can see, lives the body harness that connects to a shorter harness. Yes, there's actually 3 harnesses that supply power and signal back from your float switch to the vehicle. So you have a main body harness. It connects up to a shorter pigtail harness that goes from the body harness to the top of the fuel pump module. But thankfully, you can gain access to that pretty easy without dropping the tank. Take yourself either a test light or a voltmeter and check for power to make sure you're actually indeed getting power to your fuel pump. Now, the quickest way to do it, if you don't have tools like that, is just to listen. You can push in without pushing on a brake, push on your accessory button and hold it in for like 3 seconds or 4 seconds, and your accessory mode is gonna come on, and you should hear your fuel pump prime, okay? It's literally right behind your back. It's right behind your seat. That's where the fuel pump lives, and you can hear it. Now, let's just assume you're not getting any power at the harness here. Well, that's good news. That means you have some kind of electrical issue, either a relay or fuse, corrosion, somewhere up top. That's the good news. Now, if you're getting power here at the main body harness, unfortunately, as you know, you're gonna have to drop the tank, because now you're gonna have to check the middle harness, okay? The short pigtail harness that runs from the body harness over to the top of the fuel pump module. Same thing, pin it, check for power. Then, unfortunately, you're gonna have to disassemble the tank, remove the fuel pump, and check your short harness that lives inside the fuel pump, inside your fuel tank that supplies power to the fuel pump that you replaced, and also sends signals, I should say, back to the vehicle to tell you how much fuel you have on the driver's side. Now, first thing is first, of course, you noticed that there was an issue with the fuel pump. Looked like there was some grease or somebody used it. That's a big no-no. If you work on electrical items or electrical components, period, if they look used, they probably are, get rid of them. Once again, try to get yourself OEM AC Delco parts, especially when you're dealing with Corvettes. You know, I know, it's a lot of work. At this point, you need to check, like I said, for power first to figure out if you're indeed getting power or not getting power to the fuel pump. If you're getting power to the fuel pump, you need to investigate and, yes, drop the tank and see what's going on with the connection itself. More than likely, it's either corrosion, broken wire, or maybe a bad fuel pump that you replaced. But you need to start somewhere. Comment or let me know your troubleshooting steps, how it all started. Like I said, you replaced the fuel pump for some reason, okay? And I'll try to help you out. Talk to you later.